Are Trump's opponents in an arm race to out-extreme each other? This is an amazing story. Donald Trump tried his Schedule F order, which would have reclassified basically management-level federal employees out of the civil service system and into you can be fired any old time. And the idea was, and there's 50,000 people, and out of 2.2 million federal workers. And the idea was that, he wanted the management of the EPA, he wanted the management of Homeland Security, he wanted basically the management of every federal agency to be a Trump loyalist. So, when he said jump, they'd say how high instead of, resisting many of his efforts. Well, Vivek Ramaswamy now is saying that instead of just rescheduling 50,000 people, that he wants to just start out with a meat axe. He wants to fire 1 million federal workers on day one. Just boom. Just gut the federal government. This, of course, is what Vladimir Putin wants for the United States. Why Vivek Ramaswamy is promoting this, I don't know. I mean, I know why Trump is saying it because, it's what Vladimir Putin wants. And probably Ramaswamy is wanting it because, the Trump followers have concluded that, what Donald Trump says they should say too, and they should try to double and triple down on. But this is truly bizarre. I mean, this is absolutely bizarre. There's a piece in the New Republic about this, by Norman Ornstein and Daniel Kettle. And they concluded that, quote, attacking government has been a surefire Republican applause line since Reagan. Right. Also, who revels in such cruelty? Donald Trump, the story was in the Atlantic yesterday, this piece about General Mark Milley and how General Milley had invited a badly wounded soldier who had multiple tours of duty in Iraq and Afghanistan and had come back, just very severely wounded. He was in a wheelchair. But he could sing, and he sang the national anthem, or God Bless America, one of those books, or one of those songs, rather, excuse me. And Donald Trump, after the guy sang the song, Donald Trump came over to him and said thank you. And then standing right there, he turned to Mark Milley and said, nobody wants to see injured people. Just don't invite this guy again. Can you imagine? This is the same guy who said about John McCain, I like soldiers who weren't shot down. Rick Wilson, the former Republican campaign consultant, said Trump's loathing for an injured war hero speaks more volumes about his low, repulsive character than almost any of the other stories of his public or private behavior. I've read damn near every account of his degenerate, foul life, and this one still shocks. George Conway, the former husband of his press secretary, Kellyanne, says, who is such a person? A malignant narcissist, a soulless, conscienceless, morally bereft individual, relentlessly driven by pathological levels of narcissism, sociopathy, sadism, and Machiavellianism. Just incredible. Lawrence Tribe, the famous lawyer, said, who revels in such cruelty?